Guess 666. I think the name alone is enough to make a lot of old school Roblox players feel excited when it comes to Forsaken. So as you can tell from a lot of the news recently, he's shaping up to become one of the most hyped killers we've had in a while. I know Noli was a lot of hype, but we had to wait so long to the point where a lot of people are losing their hype for Noli. So even though it did work out in the end, I do feel like Guess 666 will have a bit more hype than Noli did. Mostly because the developers are working a lot quicker to get this one out. So we only had the initial teaser just over a month ago now, and I think it was of Andrew posting something to do with chapter 2, and I'm pretty sure it was to do with Guess 666. And ever since then, we've gotten a lot of different leaks. So in this video, I'm going to be going through Guess 666's lore, where he originates, and all the leaks and teasers we know so far. So let's get straight into it. So let's start with where Guess 666 originates from. So obviously, Guess 666 is not just a random number. Back in the day, up until around 2017, you were able to join games as a guest. I'm not sure if you were able to actually get Guess 666, but there was a way that you could change your number using some extension, and then you could change your guest number to 666. So Guess 666 itself came from a YouTuber called Oblivious HD. Why is he chasing me? That guy's literally doing a generator. Oh my god. I'm cooked. But yeah, there was a YouTuber called Oblivious HD, which included the character Guess 666 in his stories as some evil character. And obviously Forsaken has taken this into their game and made him into a killer. So you can see that Forsaken mentions how Guess 666 does not appear to possess the supernatural abilities associated with his original myth. He cannot speak, nor does he demonstrate any use of admin powers, and the developers chose to make him a more demonic figure. And if you guys just want to read the lore of Guess 666, I'll have it on the screen here. So it basically mentions that Guess 666 was once friends with Noob, but betrayal and the Spectre's influence twisted him into what we see now. An evil demonic figure. So now we're going to get into the actual leaks and sneak peeks that we know of Guess 666 so far. And we're going to start with his intro animation. So take a look here. I think this is one of the most scarier intro animations, and it actually contributes to the horror element of Forsaken. I've seen some people kind of complain about Forsaken not really being a horror game, but I think Guess 666 is really going to change the narrative now. So here is Guess 666's official render. So you can see it could be used as a shop icon or something, and this was released quite early on. And this here is our first proper look at Guess 666's in-game model. So he's pretty huge, and he's covered in these red clawed gauntlets, along with the massive horns that he has on his head, and he's even still got the R on his cap to show the origins of the guest. Everything about the skin is screaming horror and aggression. So here is his official running animation here. So it does look really goofy in this video, but I'm sure if you see this guy in game running at you full speed ahead, you're gonna probably Alt F4 and leave the game, and I don't even blame you for it. And here is what he looks like just walking. And here is an animation to do with Guess 666. So you can see it looks like he's whipping his tail, and that might be one of his abilities that he has. And we've also gotten some official gameplay of Guess 666, and I think this one's really important to show you guys. So take a look here. So you can see this video might have just shown his kill animation, and it looks gruesome. And here's a teaser of one of his abilities.
Wait, I need to do this gen.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't blame that person for screaming. That was insane. And here's some more official gameplay. I'm not gonna lie, that leap ability is insane. And it even seems like you can control how far you go in leaping, because they leap further in the other clip than they did in this one. Because the leaping in this video and the other one was actually visibly different. And now we're going to be going through Guess 666's official abilities that have been leaked. So Guess 666 can leap in an arc wherever he's facing, and from the footage we've seen, the distance is huge. And he can even vault over obstacles with this as well. Secondly, we've got the hemorrhage. So the ability applies a nasty bleed effect to the survivors, and it ties to pools of blood survivors, and this ability makes the survivors easier to track, and it even reduces their maximum HP, so the longer it stacks up, the less effective their heals become. And finally, Blood Hunt. So it uses one of Guess 666's tokens to start a hunt for the survivor with the lowest HP. When active, you'll get a glowing red trail straight to them, and everyone else will turn invisible, and the map even gets a red tinted hunter vision vibe. You'll get a big speed boost, speed 3, and if you manage to hit them, the hunt lasts even longer. So it's basically a mechanic where you find the weakest target and you finish them, and there's basically no way out for them. So I'm going to discuss the big question that you guys might have. So you guys might be asking, when is Guess 666 officially going to release? So, there's no official release date yet, but there are a few signs that he might be closer than we think. And this is because we know that the model is fully built, the abilities are already public, we've had gameplay released, we've had a mention that we're going to get a public testing phase come out very soon for Guess 666, which I'm not sure if you remember, but when this happened for Noli came out only around 2 weeks after this phase. And plus, ever since Hytoko and the rest of the developer team have been able to focus more on the game, updates have been dropping a lot faster. And if that pace keeps up, Guess 666 could be hitting the game in one of the next major patches, maybe even alongside Veronica. So I think it's safe to say that we're pretty close to seeing Guess 666 unleash. So yeah guys, that's going to be it for today. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.